Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Mind Med. I've already talked about this one quite a bit. It looks like I just talked about it yesterday. Yesterday it was on the NASDAQ. This is one of my favorites. I like this one. It's a psychedelic. I like this one just as much as I like some of the MJ plays out there. So don't sleep on this one. Do your research and see what you can find out about this company. Don't sleep on this one. Put it on your radar. Set your alerts on this one, and check out the dips, if you will. So you could have got this one at 416. I just put in a couple limit orders. So the low today is $4.07. But back to Mind Med. This used to be MMEDF, over the counter. Now the ticker is MNMD. So big things are coming up with this one. I feel this one is going to be one to definitely watch. Again, this is a psychedelic. Feel free to pause and go over this information here. These aren't what you think. They treat people with anxiety, stress, PTSD, a number of different things. So feel free to pause and go over this information there for yourself. It's been around since 1993, and volume of 28.22, low of $4.07, and a high of 476. So I suppose if you wanted to trade this one, you could have a little bit of a swing there. So but back to Mind Med. This is just another look at it on MSN Money. The previous close was 407. Average volume, market cap of 1.55 billion. With what this has going on, I could see that hitting 2 by the end of the year. We'll just have to wait and see. So I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but you'd have to do your own due diligence on this one. But you can see just what it's done here in the last 5 days. So it's just been stair-stepping up. Last month, then kind of hit a low point here, and then it just, this is probably where it was announced it was going to be on the major exchange. So, and it's got great ratings. Every time I've looked at this one, it's a strong buy. So definitely one to watch, definitely one to put on your radar. This kind of goes over the revenue, but unfortunately, it just went blank. That's awesome. There was something there about 2 seconds ago. This is a new stock, so we'll maybe come back to that at another time. So, but I have some other information here. This could be a stock is a massive opportunity. I shouldn't say could be. This probably will be a massive opportunity. It's having an incredibly strong start to the trading session this morning. This is just dated here today. While there has been no press release or SEC filings, there's good reason for gains. Mind Med didn't have the best debut to the NASDAQ, with share prices falling a whopping 29%. In its first trading day on the major stock exchange, the declines follow tremendous runs in value on Friday. Monday on the OTC market, as investors anticipated the IPO to make the company the second psychedelic medicines company to be listed on major exchange in the United States. And I've covered quite a few psychedelics here on the channel. I feel they're just kind of in the same group, a little bit different than MJ stocks. As you follow my channel, totally into MJ stocks here on the channel. I just am optimistic and see the future in them, as well as I do on the psychedelics here. So these are still very early innings, and so like I say, I feel we kind of get in on the ground floor here. We have 180,000 shareholders. A lot of them are very mission driven, and I would say I'm one of them. Our objective over the next few years is to conduct clinical trials on psychedelic substances like LSD, MDMA, and others, and ultimately bring those to market. To do that, we have to do it through the FDA pathway, and that will be another huge catalyst for this one. I've talked about Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He's an investor. He's been a spokesperson for a lot of psychedelics, which is another huge thing. So Rand went on to explain that the industry is growing in a rapid shift in investor interest for psychedelics to treat addiction and mental health disorders like anxiety and depression is just the beginning to take place. So these right here, with the pandemic last year, well, still going on, if you will, there's a lot of addiction. Alcoholism went up, mental health went up, stress went up, anxiety went up, depression. They all kind of go hand in hand. It's kind of a sad thing. It just kind of goes around and around and around. Anxiety and depression, and then people try to treat it, and then they're addicted, and it's just kind of a snowball effect. So that's why I'm looking at these. That's why I've been researching these for quite some time, and can see the potential in these. Even before the pandemic, there was a lot of stress, anxiety, alcoholism, drug use, and the list goes on. So you see my point that I'm trying to make, and then you add a pandemic onto it, and it just escalates from there. There's no question that MindMed has already attracted some pretty serious investors. Among them are Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank and the world-class venture capitalist Bruce Linton, former CEO of Canopy Growth. And I've talked about Canopy Growth here on the channel before. If you don't know what it is, it's an MJ company. Constellation Brands dumped about $4 billion into them a couple years ago. They're one of the bigger MJ companies, definitely one to watch. There's huge opportunity in this industry in psychedelic, and I also feel MJ, but psychedelics as well is becoming the third psychedelics medicine company to take a major uplisting and have huge opportunity in the space. Fact of the matter is that psychedelics have been in the medicine for centuries, dating back to the days medicine. That's when men would use the natural remedies, and there are plenty of literature showing the approach works. And so they've just been doing a lot of studies. I did a video a while back of a different psychedelic company working at a I believe it was a school doing research. So there's all kinds of research, and now that this one is on the major exchange, you're going to see even more research being done on this one. So it's just going to continue going up, so which should drive the stock price going up as well. This kind of goes over some institutional holdings, and you'll probably see more institutions getting in as time goes on and the research is done and the stock price goes up. Here kind of shows increased positions and the amount of shares, held positions, new and sold out positions. And so feel free to pause and go over some of this information there for yourself. I'm not going to totally dive into some of it. And here's 6 institutional holders that currently hold, and how many shares that they currently have. Back to Reddit. On CNN, people are slowly realizing the potential. And another reason why I say this is a ground floor opportunity, as it just uplisted to the NASDAQ, you're going to see people that weren't on the OTC, particularly like Robinhood, or some of the other like Moomoo or Webull. I have all those platforms in the description, so if you're looking to get some new platform, you can also get some free stock. Check the links in the description. Once they get into these particular stocks, you're just going to see them go up from there as well. Again, that's just me being optimistic. Busting through the gates on the NASDAQ uplist 1 day ago. Definitely do your due diligence on this one, but I'm going to be in this one for a while. This is probably at least a 2, probably more like 5 or 10 year play, just the same as some of my MJ plays. On the NASDAQ, and officially over $5, so it's not a penny stock. And so definitely be one to watch. And let's see, just warming up. That's what I say about this one. If mushrooms had changed your life, you should at least have 420 of these. That's funny. We'll cross SMA, downward trend, upward trend line at 1227. Bullish right now. One supposes the acid is not kicking in. Yeah, you're going to see lots of jokes about this one, so in regards to the psychedelics, but you can make fun of these, but these aren't one to be made fun of in regards to the people that these particular psychedelics can help. I'm sure everybody's seems like everybody has at least 1 or 2 of those in their family, and not to be pointing fingers or anything. I have some of those in my family as well. They just exist everywhere. It's just a simple fact of life. So another reason why I'm looking into these and help people get off the opiates, that would help tremendously as well. So we got Ric Flair going on here. That's awesome. I think that's Ric Flair. Yep. Buy and hold for the gold. So like I said, I'm long on this one. I'll be holding this one for a while. A minimum of 2 years. We'll see what it looks like at that point in time. Probably be more like a 5 or a 10 year play to totally get the biggest bang for your dollar, and dollar cost averaging in buying the dips on this one. I would say it's probably more like a 10-year play once they get FDA approved and trials are underway, and these are really starting to be used. You're really going to see these take off. So again, that's just my point of view. Do your own due diligence. If you have any other psychedelics, that would be interesting to know. If you have Mind Med, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well, along with your cost basis. And if there's any other psychedelics you want me to take a look at, I'd be happy to do that for you. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, and subscribe. And I'm trying to get up to 1,000 as soon as I can, and we're almost there, getting close to 850, and should definitely hit 850 today, and I want to hit 1,000 just as soon as I can. So again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.